Hi, God bless you. Thank you for joining me on another video. If you have been paying any attention to the country over the last 10 years or so, you may have figured out that there is something not quite right going on. For those of you more sensitive to the changes, you have probably felt the change even without paying that much attention to the worldly aspect of living in America. It has become abundantly clear to me that something quite demonic has been unleashed in the country, and it has been slowly releasing for decades, long before you or I were born. In fact, the demonic and demons have become commonplace to the point where the average person living today in this country is woefully unaware of the profane and demonic rituals that are performed in front of them, nor are they able to understand its influence on the music they are listening to. I would guess that at least some people know that many, if not all musicians, generally sell their soul to the devil for success and riches in this world, or at the very least make some pact with unknown forces to get there. Here is just a handful of singers who are photographed doing the one-eye symbology, marking the path they chose in life to get where they are at. However, it's not just in popular culture where we see such things. No, nowadays we are seeing them as everyday occurrences. Some of you may remember Drag Queen Story Hour, where men dressed as women read stories to children at libraries. It made the news for a little while, and now it is seldom spoken of, almost as if it had stopped. It continues in some places today that are favorable to that sort of thing. When it was big news, I noticed something unusual about it that stuck with me, and it was just how many were dressed as demons. Here is an example from one of these so-called story hours. As you can see plainly, this person is made up to look like a demon, complete with horns, and blaspheming the rainbow covenant God made to never flood the earth again. There were many other pictures like this from back then. However, this one is the only one that remains in an easy Google search. That being said, this type of demon drag, if you will, is not a one-off. No, rather it has become the relative norm. How about this one, who was on the BBC for some reason? You got the devil horns and hair made up to look like a snake. Or this one, with again devil horns, a spike collar, and a shirt that shows the one-eye symbology on the front, a depiction of Saturn, a knife, and the words "hurt me." Then there is this person. Again, the hair made up into devil horns, a pentagram on their chest and flashing the sign of the devil. Isn't it interesting how black their iris looks? Here is yet another with horns on top of their head, and horns, well, let's just say more horns, plus a devil's tail. But do you notice something else about this photo? Look closely at the floor. They are kneeling in a ritual circle. Gee, imagine that. How about this one? Devil horn hair, a snake motif in the hair, and eyeliner, or whatever women call it, made to look like flames. Then there is this one. Again, a perversion of the rainbow, but there is something else going on here. Notice the hat? Does that look familiar? Oh, that's right. It's very reminiscent of that 80s movie Beetlejuice. Huh. Identify with the dead much? Don't be fooled. There is something straight up demonic going on here. This is my last image for you for this aspect of the video. What do you see here? A pentagram on the forehead. A mark of the beast, one might say. Check out those teeth. It's the stuff of demonic dreams are made of. This demonism in the culture of America has also filtered down to the average American and their children. Keeping children in mind, let's read a Bible verse before moving forward. Matthew chapter 18, verses 5 through 7. Whoever receives one little child like this in my name receives me. But whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to sin, it would be better for him if a millstone were hung around his neck, and he were drowned in the depth of the sea. Woe to the world because of offense. For offenses must come, but woe to that man by whom the offense comes. Amen and amen. Why read that particular verse? Well, let's take a look at a sampling of clothes, books, and toys that are sold by a major retailer and or its third-party sellers that are for sale this very day, and then ask this question: are any of these products causing children to stumble? Or for that matter, is this retailer and its associated third-party sellers also causing these children to stumble? The age ranges for these products that we will review go from toddler to teenager. You like goats? I love goats. Aren't they just adorable? Well, how about a goat shirt? I mean, everybody loves little baby goats. Let's get a shirt. Huh. That's weird. A baby goat with horns in front of a pentagram. A Baphomet at that. While out of stock at the time I took the screenshot, you can see it comes in extra small. How about a unicorn instead? Oh, sheesh, what do you know? A unicorn in front of a pentagram with a Hail Satan slogan. Oh, and let's not forget a perversion of the rainbow. Shall we try our luck once more with a goat shirt? Well, what do you know? Yet another Baphomet shirt with a pentagram, sigils, and a nifty slogan. Well, let's forget about clothes. Books would be much better anyway. It's important to teach our children to read, and one of the best ways to get them interested in books is to get them coloring books. Oh, look, a satanic coloring book. It's got Baphomet, Lucifer, witches, the Antichrist, demons, and more. Let's take a look at the samples. A pentagram, and some other demonic pages to color. Well, how about this one? A satanic coloring book for children. Just look at the cover. You got a wand with a pentagram on it. The little girl is wearing a pentagram, and goats aplenty. I wonder what that sample looks like. Well, ain't that neat? Sure is neat. A baby Baphomet, a pentagram, and oh look, a monarch butterfly. I wonder if that has any meaning to anything. Well, anyways, let's keep looking here. Here's one for you. A baby Baphomet coloring book. Check out the description. Hail Satan and pass the crayons. This adorable coloring book will delight kids and adults alike with its handmade adaptation of traditional signs and sigils. Let's look at the preview. Oh, what do you know? Baphomet and the as above, so below hand signs. Okay, well, coloring books are out, so let's try some actual reading books instead for the kids. How about satanic bedtime stories? The description reads, Satanic Bedtime Stories is a collection of fables, each illustrating the practical application of the Satanic Church's 9 satanic statements with fun characters. Join the young boy Damien as he learns that Satan can be your best friend. Damien, kind of like demon. How about this one? Satan Needs a Hug. You can learn about the stressful life of Satan and why sometimes he just needs a hug. I mean, I'd be stressed too, knowing that in the end I was going to get my butt whooped into the dirt real hard. Or this one, The Girl's Book of Spells. Release your inner magic. According to the description, this book will teach you the rules of spellcasting, meditations that promote spellcasting, which days of the week to perform particular spells, a guide to spell supplies, including crystals, herbs, oils, and candles, and how to write your own incantations and create a personal spell book. Oh, and look, the reading age of this book is 8 to 11 years old. I'll say it again. This book is rated for a reading age of 8 to 11 years old. I can't wait to look at the sample, so let's take a look. We have an introduction, what this book can do for you, how to use the book, etc. The next page starts to go over how spells work. You just can't make this stuff up. Well, clothes and books are one thing, but toys are still safe, right? I got an idea. Rubber ducks. You can't go wrong with rubber ducks. Let's see what we can find. Oh no, not a latex suit sadomasochist rubber ducky. I added the blur to this image to make it less graphic. The listing for this one was pretty abysmal. Nevertheless, this comes from the same website as all the other products I've shown you thus far. Let's look at another rubber ducky. I mean, the image really speaks for itself. I almost wonder if it makes the Aztec death whistle sound instead of the normal squeak. Well, let's move on from itty-bitty toys to toys for toddlers and up. How about a play kitchen? Weird. I guess it's an outdoor kitchen. Let's see the next image. Oh wow, you got a witch's cauldron, a spell book. Let's check out some of the description here. Unique witch theme fun role play. Featuring witches and mystery outdoor kids mud kitchen is sure to capture your little one's hearts with its creative design and fun ways to play. Probably capture your little loved one's soul too. Magic recipe and accessories to boost creativity. This pretend play kitchen comes with a beautiful wand, a cauldron, 6 cups, and a spell book to help kids unleash imagination while cooking. I guess they forgot spirit cooking in there. They can use the adorable stickers to decorate the play kitchen and their room, which includes an owl, 2 mushrooms, 2 magic stones, a lantern, and many potion vials. Blah, blah, blah. All right. It's just a few items, right? I got an idea. Maybe stuffed animals are still safe. Oh, what do you know? A Satan plush animal. Endorsed by you-know-who. Looks to be Satan by the hand that's holding it. It even comes with wicked details like horns, skulls, and of course the pentagram. Warning, may not play nice with other plush animals. Let's try dolls. Maybe they are safe for kids still. Here's one, a voodoo doll. Let's see, it comes with a classic wooden coffin with 7 authentic voodoo sigils, mantra guide cards, 7 decompression voodoo eye pins, each corresponding to specific spells. Here's a better look at the set and the different color pins. Here are the mantra guide cards, each with a different spell effect. Experience voodoo art at its most authentic. This last lovely pic looks like photoshopped kids' hands using the doll over a ritual circle. Maybe arts and crafts will be better. You know, teach the kids to paint and build popsicle houses and the like. Well, isn't this nice? A witchcraft supplies kit with witch altar. Here's all the supplies you get for the kiddos to do art and witchcrafts with. They say it's perfect for beginners and it even has an electronic guide. Comes with all the witchcraft essentials. It seems that our children are being heavily marketed to with demonic clothes, books, and toys. So you tell me, are these books, clothes, and toys causing our children to stumble? It brings to mind a quote from a well-known occultist. He alone who owns the youth gains the future. That well-known occultist would be Adolf Hitler. So what do we get out of a demonic culture and the demonization of children? Well, when they grow up, you get adults like this, who celebrate the murder of Charlie Kirk. I'm not into doxing people, but as reported online, she is a school teacher. If true, can you imagine her teaching your children? Or you get a woman like the one I'm about to show you, who is, at the very least, demonically influenced, if not possessed. If you watch her facial expressions, you can nearly see the demon contorting under her skin.
We're going to push it. We're going to see how far we can push it. I was not kidding when I said, if you were gonna get the job done, there were 2 better candidates. And furthermore, when that happens, and it will, it will, not only will we be insensitive, that'll be the least of your worries, but it's gonna be the biggest celebration, the biggest, most beautiful celebration on planet Earth. On planet Earth right now. The entire planet is going to celebrate when he takes a turn. Finally.
And you get, quote, unquote, men like this. As you watch, notice the dead eyes he has.
Oh man, did you guys see that? That activist in America, Charlie Kirk? He got shot. Did you see that? That guy loves gun violence and he got shot. Did you see that? Oh man, Charlie Kirk. You know, to the Charlie Kirk family. Did you see all that blood that came out of his body? It was like, to every Zionist, every Christian Zionist, may you be just like that shop, the Target. All his followers, just like the shop, the Target. I'm not saying that violence isn't the way, so don't misconstrue my words, okay? Did you see all that blood? That dude's dead. There is a God.
And you get a man like this.
What's going on? Are you Satan?
I think Trump is.
Do you see any similarities to what I've shown you already? He is wearing a skull face mask, has horns on his helmet, a political sticker with a rainbow on it. Political statements aside, the use of the rainbow here is in the same perverted manner as I've discussed already. And you get men dancing at a recent protest such as this. Do you see the cross he's holding? Once again, devil horns and a flag perverting the rainbow covenant. There is a great demonic force that's been unleashed in the land. Some say it's a sign of the end times, and it may be. It could also be a sign that America has largely turned their back to God, and as they have, God has taken away his hand of protection from America. Neither of these two arguments are mutually dependent or independent of each other. America has been exponentially rejecting Jesus Christ over the last 100 years or so, and the world we live in today is proof positive of it. As I said at the beginning of this video, this started decades before you or I were born. The demonic and Satanism is all around us, and parents especially need to be aware of what they buy for their kids. For that matter, they need to be more aware of what the parents of the children their kids are friends with are like. They may be getting indoctrinated in ways not immediately clear in the moment. The good news is twofold. First, if the country repents and turns back to God, then God will turn back to the country. Secondly, if you will come to Jesus Christ, the begotten Son of God, you will be saved. And then you can bring your family and friends to Jesus and get them saved as well. Let me know what your thoughts are below. Give me a thumbs up if you like, and share the video all over the place. If you would like to support my ministry, then don't buy me a coffee or send me a PayPal. Instead, take some money down to your local school and pay off some kid's lunch debt. Or call around to your local apartments and pay off someone's rent who is behind. Perhaps buy someone new tires all the way around or something similar. Whatever you do, don't do it in my name or for my name. No, instead, do it in the name of God as a way to say thank you to God for everything he has ever done and will do for you. When you do it, remember Matthew chapter 6, verse 4, that thine alms may be in secret, and thy Father, which seeth in secret himself, shall reward thee openly. So keep it a secret and tell no one. Let it be just between you and God. Amen. See you next time.